Most people think that AI is just for writing emails or doing data analysis. But what if it could help you train your team? What if it could help you onboard new affiliate managers, even build goodwill with your partners? In this episode, I'm sharing some of the more unexpected ways that I use AI behind the scenes to run stronger, smarter affiliate programs. If you're ready to take your affiliate program and your business to the next level, well, you're in the right place. I'm Matt McWilliams, best-selling author and four-time affiliate manager of the year, and I've built dozens of affiliate programs from the ground up to over $1 million a month. I'm here to show you how you can do it too. Let's get started. Well, welcome to part 5 of this AI for Affiliate Managers series. If you've stuck with me so far, good job. Thank you. After this series, and I said in the last episode, I think there's going to be a part 6. I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I probably should be able to get through the remaining. I think I've got like 6 or 7 points left, 6 or 7 things that you can use AI for that I'm using AI for. And if I get through them all, then we're done with this series. And then in the next series, we're going to do a series on AI for affiliates. So that's the next one. Again, we'll see how long that one goes. I didn't think this one would go 5 episodes, and I was wrong. So yeah, there you go. So today's episode's a little different. We're talking about some of the internal systems. We're talking about delegation, training, and one surprising way to make affiliates absolutely love you. These are not flashy tactics. All right. Nothing I'm going to say here is really going to blow your mind, I think. But they save a ton of time. They dramatically reduce errors, and they make you look, well, they may make me look like I know what I'm doing, even in some of the areas where I don't know what I'm doing. So I love that. I love that AI makes me look good. As always, I mentioned, if you want a recap doc or any of the prompts from this series, you can text me at 260-217-4619. I've got most of the prompts, saved from previous, GPTs that I've done. One thing that I will say that I did not mention in any of the previous episodes, because I really had just started doing this, and now I'm really doing it. If you remember, I've talked about Affiliate Email Pro, and again, we'll put a link to that in the show notes. That's the tool that I've created. If you haven't listened to the last few episodes, it's the tool that I've created that basically writes your affiliate emails for you. You answer a couple quick questions, and boom, it'll write the emails for you. It's trained on thousands of emails from me and other people that I've loved over the years, and it's absolutely amazing. And the feedback, oh my gosh, the feedback we are getting so far is absolutely mind-blowing. I just got a couple more testimonials the other day, and Adam Gorman said he runs affiliate programs for like a bunch of different clients. He said, dude, just got this. You underpromised big time. I wrote my first email in 90 seconds, wrote 10 more in less than 40 minutes on a Saturday. I'm done for the entire week. This is ridiculous. This is the power of AI. This is exactly what AI can do. AEP, Affiliate Email Pro, Kyle Johnson said, now I see how you get so much done. This is the best AI tool I've used so far. I tried Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, and probably 3 or 4 more. None of them are even remotely close to this. I just bought it yesterday, and I already finished an entire month's worth of emails in less than 2 hours. There's a video on the site. It was not there when I did the last episode. I just posted a video on the site. Again, the link's in the show notes. I show you how I wrote 2 emails in less than 2 minutes using AEP. That's exactly what I do. I mean, it's gotten to the point where I don't even have to clean them up anymore. So the thing about it, though, about AI in general, and how I got off on that tangent about AEP is the thing that I've learned. If you're using ChatGPT, for example, create custom GPTs. Create custom GPTs where it'll walk you through the process. So an example would be, for me, I have a custom GPT that I created for my VA to create social media posts. And what we did was, I told it what I want. We loaded it into the GPT, and we said, here, I want you to ask these 3 questions in this order. He asked those 3 questions, and it generates the social media post for him. Now, is everything I post on social media from AI? No. In fact, not like it's kind of like the minimum is on, if I'm on vacation, I'm probably not posting on social media, so I can still have a few posts a day, you know. But most of the stuff is actually like, a lot of just random thoughts that I have, and observations that I made and things that I'm learning and whatnot. So you should follow me, by the way, if you're not already on social media. There's some good stuff, especially on X. That's just where I tend to post the most, just because it's kind of like a boom, quick thing, and maybe only 50 or 60 people will see it, but it's a way for me to get my thoughts out there. And so, you know, anything like that, like I created a custom GPT, like I said, where I think I showed this in episode 1. Every morning when I wake up, it asks me 5 questions. 5 questions. How did you sleep? What do you weigh today? What's your day like in terms of what was your day like yesterday and today in terms of stress? The fourth question it asked me is just how are you feeling, and particularly around things like inflammation and digestion, which, as a side note, for about 60 straight days now, both of those have been amazing. And then it asked me to upload my activity log from yesterday from my Apple Watch. It asked me 5 things, and I do it really quick. And then it asks me midday, and what have you eaten so far? How are you feeling? What's your stress level? There's 2 others. What supplements have you taken? And I forget the other one. And it's asked me like for the last 75 days in a row, and I can't remember what the fifth question is. And then I do another one at bedtime. That's a custom GPT that I created. Now, there's nothing special about it. The reason why I created a custom GPT versus just doing it in a chat on ChatGPT is that I'm able to do things like that. I'm able to control what questions it asks me, etc. One little tip I have learned, I don't know if this is documented anywhere else, but this is what I have learned is I open a chat in GPT and I tell it what I want to accomplish. I would like to create a GPT that accomplishes X, Y, and Z. Let's use the health one as an example. I basically opened a chat and I said, I'd like to create a custom GPT that helps me to measure my health progress. I would like to lose a certain amount of weight, and I would like to improve my digestion. Here's what I know so far in terms of like a few foods that I think I'm sensitive to, but I'm not positive. Oh, that was the other. I remember now. Again, it asked me throughout the day, like, what have you eaten? And or I think I did say that. So anyway, I still forget the fifth question that it asked me every afternoon. Maybe it doesn't ask me a fifth question. I got to go look now and see. But anyway, I told it what I want to accomplish, and I said, "Can you help write the prompt to get the GPT started? What questions do you have for me? Blah 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 blah." And it was like, okay, the first question it had was like, "How long do you want this to take?" And I said, "No more than 2 minutes in the morning and 1 minute twice a day." I don't want to take more than 4 minutes. I don't want this to become cumbersome to track all this stuff. And it was like, cool. Do you want the questions one at a time? Yes. And it asked me a bunch of things. Then it generated the prompt, and I went over and I put that in the GPT creator, in the custom GPT creator. Anybody with a Chat GPT Plus account can create a custom GPT. And I created it. This is what I learned after I was telling a guy yesterday that's creating one, and I helped him. I think I've created 28 now. And frankly, the first 10 ended up sucking because I didn't know this. And I don't know why this is, although I have my theories, but this is one thing that's very important is once I have created the GPT, I go copy the configure instructions and I create a new GPT with those configure instructions. My hypothesis is this. If you start creating a GPT and you're not sure about things, and you're like, well, I think I wanted to ask a few questions and blah, 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 blah. And then it goes through and you alter the GPT as you go. It remembers some of that initial stuff and it seems to revert back to that on occasion. A great example was it kept asking me a question. I created a GPT. I mentioned it the last episode. I'm creating one for how to basically it'll help you create a terms and conditions for your affiliate program. Like it's just super easy. You answer like 10 questions and you have a legal document. It's amazing. Well, when I was first creating, and by the way, I think I'll be able to roll that out. I don't know. We might put the link in the show notes. I don't think I'm going to have that ready for prime time just yet. But when I first put it out, it worked great. Well, then it started asking me questions, and I'm like, I never told it to ask me those questions, and it's because it was remembering that at the beginning, I wasn't sure about what questions it should ask me. And we worked on it and it somehow kept going back to that. So I'm like, dadgummit. So I edited the configure file and I basically just took the configure code, copied that into the instructions on a brand new one. And it has worked for weeks and months, over 2 months now. Like just every time it's exactly like it's supposed to be. It asks the exact same questions in the exact same order like it's supposed to. And it creates amazing legal templates for affiliate programs. So it saves me, roughly $300 and about 2 hours of my time. And I'm able to create these things in like 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. And so that's an example of how, like a little tip there for creating custom GPTs that you'll definitely want to follow. So let's jump into how some of the other ways that I use AI for creating or for doing stuff for affiliate programs as an affiliate manager. Some of the stuff that I do. The first one is creating, I call them what to do next guides. So creating these what to do next guides for affiliates. AI can do 95% of the work. Okay, especially if you are, as you should be, by the way, an affiliate for some other programs, and you find some really good what to do next guides from other affiliate programs and you can upload it. Maybe this is a tool I'll create. I don't know if enough people want this. So again, text me 260-217-4619. If you're like, hey, I'd really like some help on this. This is probably a custom GPT I could create. And, I've done it so many times. And now that I'm using it and it's creating these amazing what to do next guides, frankly, I could probably spin that GPT off in a day. But it does it's like, okay, you just signed up, start here. Here's what to do next. Okay, you've sent some traffic, but you've had no sales. Here's what to do next. So if you remember the old, what were those called? Choose Your Own Adventure. Choose Your Own Adventure books. It was like if you want the hero to go to take an airplane to capture the bad guys, turn to page 21. And if you want them to take a boat, turn to page 17. It's kind of like that. Here's what to do next. So these can be used in onboarding sequences. They can be used for contests. If you've got you group your affiliates, you've got your affiliates who've made 0 sales. You got your affiliates who made like 0 to 10 sales. Your affiliates who made like 10 to 20 sales. And you take the ones who made 0 to 10, like say they made or 10 to 20. So, and you go, okay, here's how to make an additional 10 sales a month for this group and achieve this goal, like reaching a certain level at a contest to win a certain prize. Here's your what to do next guide. So the prompt here, this is the one that I've actually used. I would like to create 3. So of course I've already trained it on, you're an expert, affiliate manager, blah, 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 blah. Right. And I have actually uploaded, easy for me to do, right? I've uploaded over 1 million words in terms of training materials. But even if you don't, you'll still be able to get some decent ideas. So I say create 3 action-oriented checklists for affiliates at different stages. Number 1, just signed up. Number 2, have clicks but no sales. Number 3, already in the top 10. Again, it could be any arbitrary stuff that you could create 5 or 10. Include 3 to 5 steps each and use a friendly motivational tone. And then I give it some further instructions. And then ultimately I say, okay, let's start with the just signed up. These are brand new affiliates who have just signed up within the past 72 hours, and I'd like to tell them what to do next. You literally just copy and paste this into a Google Doc and send it to them. It's absolutely amazing. And you can do them constantly. Like what to do next for this promotion. You've got a 2-week promotion of your brand new, I'm using them right now, your brand new blue light glasses. So, since they're on my face, and frankly, this particular pair doesn't fit exactly right, and they're kind of driving me nuts. And so I think I might have to go get a new pair or just go back to my old ones. I switched from my old ones because they have a little scratch, and it's probably less annoying having a scratch than the way these fit. So I don't know. I'm gonna try some different ones. So there you go. If you have a blue light blocking glasses company, please reach out. I will buy them and try them out, and then probably rave about them on the podcast. Because this pair's scratched, and even though I love them, and then I can't, but they don't sell them anymore, and they were like $10 too. Whereas this pair is like $80 and doesn't fit. So if you have a pair or a company that makes these and you're launching these things and it's like a 2-week thing, then cool. What do they do after day 5? What's the next thing? What's the next? Well, it's different if they have no sales than if they have 100 sales or if they have 2 sales. So you create different guides for them. Plug them into Google Doc and you're good to go. Send them in an email, either way. All right, the second thing is just writing seasonal affiliate campaign briefs. So when I say seasonal, it could be anything. It could be summer, back to school, Black Friday, the Christmas, holiday season, New Year's, Memorial Day, Valentine's, Mother's Day, Father's Day. It could be any of those things. And you give AI your promo details, the time of year. So this is really, really good. It's great for things like Black Friday. It's great for things like a Mother's Day promo or a Father's Day promo or July 4th. But what it's really, really amazing for in terms of saving me a lot of thinking time and strategizing time is when you don't really have a built-in thing where it's just like summer, it's spring, it's back to school, when back to school isn't really a thing for your company. Like it doesn't affect sales. So basically what you get is you tell it to create a 1-pager, and have like the campaign theme, the promo angles, any contest or contest rules, swipe copy summary and some links to that, any other links and deadlines. And you can create these so quickly with AI. So the prompt that I'm using, and by the way, these are gold in Q4 when affiliates are juggling like, 20 different promos. This like 1-page, here's what to do thing is unbelievably helpful in a busy time. If you're in a different niche where Q4 is not the busy one, cool, Q1, Q2, whatever. But the prompt that I used, again, I'm generalizing here, but this is sort of copied from one of the ones that we created recently. Please create a 1-page affiliate campaign brief for our Black Friday promo. The product is a holiday meal planner. Include a fun campaign name. Actually, I would say include 5 suggested, fun campaign names. Perhaps, and I would even say like perhaps using alliteration or some sort of a play on, pun or play on words. Positioning angles for family focused audiences, a simple contest idea, key links, and promo dates. And it will create a 1-page thing and make it as a PDF and send it to affiliates. AI does 95 to 98% of the work on this. Usually it's just formatting or moving things around, changing some fonts. But instead of something that, frankly, I would only do for most programs 5 or 6 times a year, and it would take me 2 to 3 hours each time, I can now do them 12 to 18 times a year. I think more than 18 is a little bit overkill, but 12 to 18 times a year, and they take me 5 minutes. So I am producing 3 to 4 times as much stuff in a total of a fourth of the time. It's a pretty huge win. The next one this is a big one. I mentioned at the top of the show, I said, an unexpected way to build goodwill. Finding typos on affiliates' sites. This makes you look like a hero. So AI can scan blogs, they can scan landing page, they can scan, bonus bundle pages, they can scan social media. They can point out things like grammar issues, broken links, confusing phrasing, misuse of words, things like that. And so you just send them a quick message that says, hey, I noticed a small typo in your page, thought you'd want to know, here it is. Now, I used to do this when I would find them. But the reality is I can't be proactive. There's no possible way I can be proactive looking at that many affiliate websites. But I can use AI. And so what I will do is I will provide AI a link to as many of our affiliate websites, their social media profiles, their whatever, that we want to provide. I'll provide that to them. And then this is the part where I actually have to do a little bit of work. Typically, I'll focus on our top active affiliates, our top affiliates that I would like to be active, or affiliates that I'm trying to get on board. And I will send them an email, or I won't send them an email. I will eventually, but I will ask AI, I'll say, here are, usually I limit it to 5 to 10 because any more than that, and it starts to get a little clunky. I've been playing around with the deep research mode on it, and I haven't noticed any difference so far. So I think I'm going to stop doing that just so I don't use as many tokens and save. Don't have to spend more than what we're already spending, which is $400 or $500 a month. But and by the way, if you're running like one program, you can and you're just not doing a ton with AI like we are. The $20 a month ChatGPT will get you through. Like you're not going to need anything else other than maybe Grok, like I mentioned a few episodes ago, where you want to use Grok for more like up to the date stuff because Grok is like I think it's up to the date within like 4 hours, whereas ChatGPT is up to the date within like I don't know a month, maybe 2 weeks, 3 months. I'm not really sure. So yeah, I just say here are let's say I've got 10. Here are 10 URLs for our affiliates. I would like you to scan these pages for or scan these sites for grammar mistakes, typos, broken links, or any improvements they could make to their copy. Please return the top 3 to 5 fixes with brief explanations and suggested rewrites. Now, one thing I do is I provide it with writing samples of mine in that chat, actually. And then again, it's an iterative process. So if it says here, and I tell it to give me a suggested email. So please provide the top 3 to 5 fixes with brief explanations and suggested rewrites, and provide an email for me that I can send to the affiliate. And it writes the email. Now then the iterative process, about the first 30 or so of these, and keep in mind with one of our clients, we're on roughly the 1,000th iteration now. The first 20 or 30, I would say, here's the email that I actually sent. And, please learn from this. And it began to learn not only my writing style, but also, okay, he never really cares if there's this problem or this problem. And now 98% of the time, I copy and paste that email as is. I would say half the 2% of the time, it's because I'm adding a personal note because it's actually somebody that, maybe I was chatting with them 2 days ago and it's like, hey man, after we talked the other day, I looked up your site, and I'll like AI would not know that. So that is a way right there. Builds goodwill like crazy. Shows them you're a partner in this. It is unbelievably effective at creating better relationships with your affiliates. The next one, and I honestly can't remember if I talked about this in one of the previous episodes. I mentioned in the first episode, I guarantee I'm going to talk about something twice, and this might be it. And yeah, I haven't gone back and looked at my notes from the previous episodes, but creating content calendars for affiliates. Basically, you just go in and I'll give you the prompt and, tell you how you'll figure out how this works. But like, I'll say, again, I keep the same one going. So each client has their own. And I'll say, please create a 10-day promotional content calendar for affiliates promoting our budgeting workshop to moms with young kids. Include 4 emails, 4 IG posts, 2 reels, and timing suggestions for each piece of content. It creates it. Usually, now the reason I said 4, 4, and 2, actually, I probably would never say 4, 4, and 2. I would probably say something like 6, 6, and 4, because I'm going to keep 3, 3, and 2, or 3, 3, and 1, something like that. So that's another little tip there with AI. Always ask for a little bit more than you need. What we do as a company is we split test subject lines. We always send emails out to a portion of the list first with 2 subject lines, and then the winner gets sent a few hours later to everybody else. But I ask, when I use AI to write emails, I ask for 8 suggested subject lines. And I tell it what I used. That's so it learns my style. But I also report back every day. I get a thing from Kit that basically says, here's the results of your split tests from 3 days ago. I copy and paste those results over to my email GPT, and that way it learns over time what's working. And so, periodically I'll put it over and then it'll be like, hey, we've noticed a different trend than what we identified before. Would you like us to update the model? And I'll say yes. Then I'll go look at the configure stuff in the GPT and make sure it totally jack it up. And a lot of times what I'll do then is, periodically with that GPT is I'll actually go in and retrain it, and start a new one. But it works really well. The fifth thing, helping affiliates to send emails to their clickers who didn't buy. So the people who have clicked emails but not bought. The reason why this is a big thing for AI is in the past, if you've got, if an affiliate's running 15 or 20 campaigns a year, it's just the sheer amount of swipe copy that you would have to create that might not move the needle a ton individually, but collectively does. It was kind of like, gosh, do I have time to write it? Do I want to pay the copywriter to write it? Well, now I just use AI and in 4 minutes, I'm done. So, if I do this 15 times a year times 4 minutes, it took me an hour. And if that hour makes us an additional, $300,000 in sales, yeah, that's totally worth it. And so what I'll do is I'll just, I'll say, all right, I'll take the original promo email or any of the notes, or I'll just do it in order in the chat, and I'll say, now I'd like you to write a 3 email follow-up series for an affiliate to send to subscribers who clicked but didn't purchase. Email number 1, gentle nudge. Email number 2, reminder about bonuses. Email number 3, last chance urgency. One thing I've not said with these prompts that I always ask at the end, like I said, unless it's pretty simple, is, do you have any questions for me before getting started? That's an important thing to ask, because again, then it'll walk through and it'll get clarifying questions. And it'll write a 3-part follow-up sequence. You can now load that into the swipe copy, send it to affiliates. And I mean, these can be used as swipe copy. You can send them to everybody, or, you can, just send them to affiliates that have a high number of clicks, but no sales, or who just have a high number of clicks, but they only have a few sales. Those emails, they always close additional sales, and affiliates love them because they only send them to a segment of their list, which is the people who clicked. So they're not sending another email to their whole list, and man, it works so amazing. Works amazing. That's a little trick there, by the way, especially if you set those up on the front end, where they set them up as triggers. It works so good. All right, now I mentioned that we're going to talk about how to use AI to hire affiliate managers, train affiliate managers, and that's actually the last 2 are in that. If you're hiring an affiliate manager or hiring a lot of affiliate managers, AI can do everything from, generating job descriptions to your careers page, your sales page for the position, interview questions, training outlines, like so much stuff. So if you're hiring a part-time affiliate manager, for example, a prompt might be, write a job description for a part-time affiliate manager for a digital course company. Must be strong in, email marketing, data analysis, affiliate communication. Include a bulleted list of responsibilities and qualifications. Using things like creating quizzes. And this is something that I took. We had a bunch of existing quizzes, but I really wanted to expand them. And so I said, hey, create a 30-question quiz to assess their knowledge. This is a huge help. If you're trying to hire an affiliate manager, again, interview questions, job descriptions, training outlines, so amazing. And one of the coolest ways that I used it recently in a job interview. So I did interviewed a candidate, and I took the transcript and I loaded it into a GPT, and I basically said, okay, here's the interview. We're done with the interview, but I would like to ask some follow-up questions. What follow-up questions do you see that I should ask? please give me your top, I don't know, I think I said your top 30 recommendations. And yeah, I mean, I think because I said 30, like 14 of them were garbage. They were just not good questions. But it had about 10. I think I ended up doing like 11 or 12. And there are another 4 or 5 that were kind of like, those are good questions. I'm just not going to ask. I don't want to. But there are about 10 or 12 amazing follow-up questions. Things where it was like, I realized that they had said something that I didn't latch onto, and I should have asked a follow-up question, but I was focused on, hearing something else or writing a note. And so it was, one of them, let me pull it up here. It's actually pretty. I've got the notes right here. Come on, load. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking how to try to word some of this where I don't give away something, but it basically said, okay, when we spoke, I asked you if blah blah blah, and you said blank. I didn't think about it at the time, but I would love to hear more about how you came to decide, on that. There's some stuff in there. If I say it, like, I don't want to give it away. And if you get the idea there, like, I didn't catch that, but AI did. And it was a great follow-up question. And so this is something I've always done, typically, as a part of the process anyway. Is it's really hard to get a lot of people together at a time. And so I'll have them do an asynchronous video. So I just have them answer these follow-up questions as an asynchronous video. Part of that is I'm looking at their communication skills. Yeah, can they copy and paste those questions, and can they use AI to? Of course, I like cool, but they've still got to have the communication skills. Things like, can they record a video? I think I give them only like 24 hours to turn around. I actually will text them and say, hey, I've got some questions coming your way. Are you able to return the video within 24 hours? So I'm not a jerk. I don't email them out of the blue and expect them to be checking their email obsessively and have no plans for life. I had one person, I did this with an asynchronous thing about a year or two ago, like 3 years ago. And they said, I actually literally just went on vacation. Can I do it, Wednesday when I get back? Absolutely. But I'm not going to send you the questions now. So you're saying you can do it Wednesday. If I send them to you Wednesday morning, I'll have it by, end of day Wednesday. Yes, great. And I'll send them. So what that does is it kind of shortens the time. Can they be in a decent place with decent lighting and decent sound quality? So it's a great way of like with interviews, by the way, is follow-up questions. Just again, take the transcript, load it in, and ask it what questions you think or it thinks that you should ask. The last one, guys. Oh my gosh, in this whole series, creating SOPs, standard operating procedures, particularly for repeatable tasks. So if you have a VA and you have a task that you do more than twice a month, you should probably have AI document it. And you should probably be delegating it to a VA. And so a couple of the ways that we do this is I will take, entire processes. I'll take a video that I recorded, like walking somebody through the steps of things. And I'll take the transcript and I'll say, turn this into a checklist. And sure enough, it has a 12-step checklist, a 7-step checklist, a however many step checklist that we can follow over and over and over and over again, so that we never forget that 11th thing or that 4th thing, because we're humans. We're humans. So the same thing, like, creating affiliate. Here's one exactly. Take this checklist or take this video that I recorded walking our team through affiliate onboarding in the name of the network that we're using that for, and turn it into a step-by-step SOP, right, in clear, skimmable format with bullets and bolded headers. That's the prompt. I mean, like, write a script for, whatever. Like I'll do a video where I announce contest winners, but I also want to put it in, a what's the word I'm looking for? In like a written format. And I can say, hey, turn this transcript in. It's not really an SOP, but turn this script into into a contest or like a post. There's so many cool ways that you can use it, but SOPs are a big one. Anything that is repetitive, even just like how to do the affiliate payments every month. I have a video that's about a 7-minute video on how to do the affiliate payments using one particular, affiliate software. But recently I was like, wait a minute, that needs to be an SOP. That needs to be something they can literally check that they've done stuff. Not just a video that walks them through, but a checklist. So I took the video, said, give me a transcript, took the transcript and said, generate a checklist. And we have a checklist now. And we're doing that like every week. I'm creating like one new checklist just from these things, because then it's impossible to screw up basically. So pretty freaking cool, right? Again, creating customized affiliate guides, campaign briefs, training your team, building these SOPs, even finding typos that really, really, really build some relationships. So again, if you want any of the prompts, just text me at 260-217-4619. As we wrap up the series, it's important to note, listen, I said this at the very top of this whole series. AI is not going to replace great affiliate managers. It will replace the ones who don't use it though. It will replace the mediocre affiliate managers. AI is the first thing that is new technology that I can ever remember that is kind of that double-edged sword where it makes life a lot easier for the people at the top, but also it might replace them. I don't think it's going to replace great affiliate managers. I don't think it's going to replace that human connection, but it can help you. This is the thing, it can help you be more human. Because if you use these tools and you lead like a human, then you're able to be more of that human that you can be when you're not stuck in data analysis or creating swipe copy and all those things. Like if in a perfect world, I would just spend 35 hours a week on the phone with affiliates and potential affiliates, and that would make me so happy. And if I can get to that point where I'm doing even close to that, I'm going to be a better affiliate manager, and I'm going to be doing the things that AI and VAs and assistants and junior level people will never be able to replace. So use these tools. Be a human leader, and you can build the kind of program that others look up to. So that's it for this series. I'd love to hear how you're using AI for affiliate management. Again, you can text me at 260-217-4619. And then next up, so make sure you hit subscribe, because next up is our series on how to use AI for affiliate marketing. You do not want to miss it. So make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening today. If you know someone who would benefit from hearing this episode, make sure to share it with them. And if you have a question, you can ask it at asktheaffiliateguy.com. Questions make my best episode, and it's a great way to get featured right here on the podcast. And if you're loving what you're hearing, please take a moment to leave a rating and review. That helps others find this content so we can all benefit from it. See you soon.